The Alabama Student Angler Bass Fishing Association State Championship Tournament is underway in Gadsden. The tournament is the state championship of high school bass fishing. 240 boats representing high schools from all over the state are participating in the tournament, including several local high school teams. Despite the rainy start to the tournament today, many of the student anglers were on the fish. After the first day of tournament action, here's how the top 5 rounds out so far. Finishing the day in first place is Plainville High School, turning in a 5-fish limit weighing 19.4 pounds. Coming in second and third were 2 boats from the Chelsea Anglers with 16.84 pounds and 14.97 pounds respectively. A local team gets in on the action in fourth place. The team from Alexandria High School weighed in at 14.53 pounds, and rounding out the top 5 is North Sand Mountain with 14.09 pounds. The second and final day of the tournament blasts off tomorrow morning at safe daylight, with the final weigh-in set to be held at the Mort Glosser Amphitheater starting at 2:00 p.m. Speaking of state championships, one local high school baseball team is still in the hunt for the 3A championship, while another local team ended their run today in Class 1A. The Cedar Bluff Tigers played 2 games today against Athens Bible Trojans. The Trojans won the first game by a score of 9-2 and took the second game as well by a score of 17-7, ending the season for the Tigers. In Piedmont today, Game 3 between the Bulldogs and Madison Academy was postponed due to rain. That game will be played tomorrow at 1 p.m. at Piedmont High School. The winner of tomorrow's game will play Sipsey Valley for the 3A state championship. Due to the heavy rains that moved through the Jacksonville State campus today, the JSU versus Eastern Kentucky baseball game was rained out. Today's game will be added to the schedule for tomorrow. The teams will play 2 9-inning games starting at 1 o'clock at Rudy Abbott Field. The day will also be senior day for the 13 seniors on JSU baseball team, who will be recognized in a special ceremony prior to the start of the first game. Across campus at University Field, the JSU softball team's OVC tournament game against Tennessee Tech was stopped in the 6th inning due to rain. The Gamecocks were leading 3-0 when the delay was called. The game will resume tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. at University Field. And finally tonight, a reminder about next week's big high school football jamboree games. Next Thursday and Friday, it's the Calhoun County Pigskin Roundup Spring Jam at JSU Stadium. Coming up on Thursday night, there will be 3 games played, featuring Pleasant Valley against White Plains and the new coach, Larry Strain. Then after that game, the Wildcats will square off against Ohatchee, and then the final game that night will pit Pleasant Valley against Ohatchee. Each of these 3 games will be 2 quarters in length. Then on Friday night, there are 2 games on the schedule, with Weaver taking on Welborn, and then Alexandria going up against Sachs. Both of these games are full 4-quarter games. TV24 will provide live coverage of all of these games coming up next week. Then coming up on Saturday, it's more football with the TV24 Regional Gridiron Challenge, also at JSU Stadium. It's 8 games involving 16 teams from 10 different counties, including teams such as Oxford, Donahoe, Cleburne County, and Munford. We will be on the air with a special 30-minute pregame show beginning at 9 a.m. Then the first game kicks off at 9:30 between Coosta Christian and Ragland, and the day will wrap up that night with the Anniston-Glencoe game. All the games on Saturday will be a 2-quarter format, with the quarters beginning 15 minutes in length instead of the normal 12 minutes. And once again, all games will be televised live. That's it for your Friday night sports. Kevin's Saturday morning breakfast forecast is coming up in a moment.